Hey everybody, this is GGB Coles Poppers. And I hope you guys are ready for some basketball because I'm going to pick my college basketball upset of the day. But I thought, why don't we add a wrinkle? Why don't we add a frickin' wrinkle to this college basketball upset of the day thing, right? I was thinking, well, there's nothing on the line really than me just getting things wrong, right? So I thought, why not have a challenge? If I don't get a certain amount right in a week, then whatever you guys type into the comments, I will make a video doing just that, kind of like a prank thing, where I have to do something. It's like a dare. How about that? Like a dare. It's like Truth or Dare, except for just dares, and yeah. So the rule is I have to get 3 points, right? So you get a point for if you get a correct upset, right? You get half a point if you picked an upset you're wrong, but there's no other upset that day. So that's what I'm going with. I hope guys understand the rules. And if I don't get to 3 points, whatever you guys comment in the section below, I will do that as a dare. I'll put it in a video. But if you guys don't comment anything, I don't have to do any dares. So you guys should comment something. But let's go over Sunday's games. There are 5 games. 2 of them were canceled at the last minute, which is why they were in my prediction videos. And I recorded them that night, and then when I woke up in the morning, the games had been canceled. So it's annoying. But Oakland at number 4, Michigan State. Actually, Oakland hung in there for a long time, but Michigan State just ended up running away with it because they are the number 4 team in the country. They're really good this year. But Oakland's way better than that 0-6 record shows. They've played 5 power conference teams. That's why they're 0-5. They've played them tight and close. I think Oakland really has a shot at winning their conference this year. They've just looked really good against some really top-tier opponents. The 12 o'clock game, my upset that I picked, number 19 Richmond at number 11 West Virginia. West Virginia crushed Richmond. I don't feel like Richmond's going to fall that far in the rankings, but dang it, that's not great. Northern Illinois at number 3 Iowa. Iowa again. Iowa actually doubled the amount of points that Northern Illinois had, and it was astounding. Iowa is just a phenomenal basketball team this year. I think they have a chance of winning it all. They're one of my favorite basketball teams this year. They're so good, and I'm excited to see them moving forward. Cleveland State at number 22, Ohio State. Actually, Cleveland State hung in there with a decent amount of time. I think they lost by only 6 points or something like that. It was a really good basketball game for most of this game. Cleveland State actually looks like a team that's probably going to win their conference this year because they competed against a top 25, top tier opponent. And then you have number 23, Arizona State at Grand Canyon. And let's just be honest, Arizona State does not deserve to be a top 25 team this next week. It does not. It lost to San Diego State, right, on Thursday. And then on Sunday, it won by 1 point against Grand Canyon University. Arizona State should not be a top 25 team next week. I'm interested to see who will be. Maybe it'll be Oregon. Maybe it'll be UCLA. But I just don't feel from the Pac-12, or maybe it'll be no one for the Pac-12. But that was my Sunday review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But let's get into the two games on Monday between ranked teams. So, first up, you have number 21 Rutgers at Maryland, right? It's at 5 o'clock on the Big Ten Network, by the way. It's Central, so it's 6 o'clock Eastern. Maryland's favored by 3.5 points, and I don't like it. I don't like this game. I don't understand why Maryland's favored by 3.5 points. And I understand Rutgers only really played. If you look at their schedule, here's their schedule so far. They beat Sacred Heart, they beat FDU, and they beat Hofstra. Right? They have a win against a Power 5 team in Syracuse, but let's be honest, Syracuse is not that good at basketball. So they haven't had a real test yet. Maryland will be that real test. Now Maryland was heading 4-0 until Wednesday, right? They had beaten Old Dominion, Navy, Mount St. Mary's, I don't know, and St. Peter's, right? Only really impressive win is Old Dominion because they're normally a top-tier Group of 5 team, yeah. But they got crushed by Clemson. So it's interesting. I think Rutgers is a really good basketball team this year, and I'm excited to see them prove it. I don't like the line being set at 3.5 for Maryland. Maryland's still trying to come back from that fact that Jalen Smith is no longer at Maryland. So I just don't think Rutgers is going to be, I guess, technically not upset because Maryland's favored in this one. But I'm going to consider it an upset because Rutgers is, in fact, 21th in the nation. By the way, Rutgers is seeking their 7th straight regular season victory, going back to last year when they won their last 2. So, I really like Rutgers in this one. I think they're a very good basketball team, and I think they're a tournament team. This is my upset. 8 o'clock. Marquette at number 8 Creighton, right? Creighton's favored by 7 points. And, I like this game more than I like the Rutgers game, and I'll explain to you why. Creighton hasn't looked good. Like, they're 4-1. Actually, never mind. They've looked decent, but I wasn't impressed with them. I was not impressed with them on Friday because Nebraska played a close game with them for like about 3 quarters of the game, and then Creighton ran away with it. But Nebraska shouldn't be in that game at all. Nebraska's a bad basketball team. Nebraska should never be in a game against a top-tier opponent, right? Creighton, you can't do that, right? They only lost to Kansas by 1 point. That's their only loss in the year. They're 4-1 right now. They've beaten North Dakota State, Omaha, Kennesaw State, and Nebraska, right? They lost by 1 point to Kansas in a game they probably should have won. Now, Marquette, on the other hand, is 4-2. But, in my opinion, they have a much more impressive win under their belt than Creighton, but they also have 2 less likable losses, right? They've beaten Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Eastern Illinois, Green Bay, but here's the important one. They beat Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a top-tier team, very good team, and they were able to beat them with the little into the basket right before the end of the game after the guy missed the go-ahead free throw, and Marquette's guys were like, okay, I'm just going to do it, and then he just did a little tap-in right before the buzzer went off, and he ended up winning that game for Marquette. Unfortunately, Marquette has 2 losses on their schedule. Oklahoma State and UCLA, right? I think Oklahoma State's good. I think they're a decent team this year, so it's not that bad of a loss. And I could say the same thing about UCLA. I think they're at the top of the Pac-12, but that's not saying much. I just don't think the Pac-12 is that good this year. So I like Marquette in this one, actually. Marquette's been playing at a pretty high level. It just depends on the game that they have. It depends on the day. I really like Marquette in this one, though. Marquette lost by their largest margin in their last outing, as you know. As I said, it was on Friday, right? It was by 9 points, though. They do not lose by double digits. They've just been playing really close basketball games recently. I just like Marquette to keep this close, and I think Marquette's going to pull off the upset. By the way, this is on 8 o'clock Central on FS1 if you want to watch it. Hey everybody, this is GGB Calls for saying adios amigos, and go Marquette.